y'all. Something told me I shouldn't have went to even think about going to bed tonight because we have breaking news that the suspect in the Minnesota state lawmakers killing over the weekend have been captured. This is an excerpt from The Hill. The man suspected in shooting two Minnesota state lawmakers over the weekend, killing one of the lawmakers, have been taken into custody after a massive manhunt. Vince Boelter was arrested on Sunday, the Associated Press reported, citing a law enforcement officer who spoke to the condition of the anonymous. Boelter was taken into custody near his home in Sibley County, according to multiple reports. The arrest ended a start it over again. The arrest ended a 2-day manhunt followed by the fatal shooting of former Minnesota Democratic House Speaker Melissa Horton and her husband Mark, who were killed at their home early Saturday. State Senator John Hoffman, Democrat, and his wife Yvette were also injured in a shooting at their home after about 8 miles away from the. It's late. Sorry. State Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette, who was also injured in the shooting at their house about 8 miles away the same morning. Minnesota officials at the press conference earlier Sunday evening had described a manifest manhunt for the suspect with scores of law enforcement and officers involved in the search. Authorities have issued state and federal warrants for Boelter, accusing him of murder and attempted murder, as well as seeking to evade prosecution. More than 400 tips have poured in over the course of 2 days as authorities search for the suspect as used in various modes of transportation to elude authorities. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, Democrat, has described the shoot as a political motivated, but officials have so far shared limited information on the materials recovered by the investigation. We often want easy answers to complex problems, Drew Evans, Secretary of the Bureau of Criminals in Minnesota, said at the press conference. So just to let you know, as of right now, the person who is suspected of doing the killings of lawmakers, go back to it again, of killing the lawmakers. I'm sorry, lawmakers and House Speaker Melissa Holton and her husband, and the attempted murder, I'm going to say that, the attempted murder of State Senator John Hoffman and his wife, who, again, I'm going to tell you, this is how cruel this situation is because he's going to have multiple surgeries after being shot 9 times. So, again, I knew not to go to bed. I knew not to go to bed. I knew not to go to bed. I knew this was going to come up. But the manhunt is over. It is done with. And it's a done deal. Hey, Alfred is in the house. Crazy. I didn't even know about this. Yeah, we covered it in today's show. The manhunt was going on during our show, and something told me something was going to develop as time went on. I just did not know that it was going to happen overnight. For some reason, I just knew something was going to happen. So I kind of just double checked to get an update on see what could possibly be happening. But there you go. The manhunt is over. To iterate again, Vance Boelter, who is a suspect in the state's who is a suspect in the federal shooting of former Minnesota Democratic House Speaker Melissa Holton and her husband, and who is also a suspect in the state senator John Hoskins and his wife Yvette, who was also shot. And it was like literally they were both 8 miles away from each other. Um, so uh, Minneapolis, St. Paul, yeah, it was Minnesota. This was at this point they're. I'm not going to say how they're treating it. Um, they're treating it as a political situation because of the manifest, which wasn't really a manifest. Some experts said that the manifest wasn't really a manifest; it was just notes. And Afro, what really happened was that he was just writing. There were a list of people that he had written down. I guess his hit list, so to speak, who was political and who wasn't political, that was on that list. But an expert said that this manifest does not add up to being a manifest, so to speak, is more of a list and his notes and certain things like that. Um, but yeah, it has been a crazy 2 nights. We couldn't figure out how he has been eluding authorities for so many days. And I do suspect now, since he was captured close to his home, that he did have some type of help from friends and family. I'm sure the investigation would get involved in that to figure out what's going on. There was a report that the family was cooperating with authorities and giving them all the information, but some tells me that somebody was helping him. Um, he was eluding authorities for a long time, even after abandoning his vehicle, even after he got rid of his hat, which I have no idea what that was all about. But something along the way was saying that somebody was helping him elude authorities for all this time. So yeah, we'll get more information as time goes on, and I appreciate it. Like I said, I knew something in my blood was telling me not to go to bed. Something was going on. Something has to be happening. So in case you're just catching up to me, just to let you know that the suspect, Vance Boelter, was arrested today, Sunday. He's suspected of killing Minnesota Democratic House Speaker Melissa Holton and her husband, and the attempted murder of State Senator John Hoffman and his wife. John Hoffman is going to have to go through multiple surgeries over the next couple of days, weeks, and everything, because he's actually been shot 9 times. So thoughts and prayers to them. That's all I have from now. I'll have more information as time goes on. Probably not tonight, but as the weeks goes on. So until next time, I will see you when I see you.